Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Major Static from Static Records. So today guys, I'm going to be walking you through this trap beat, this trap FLP. If it's your first time here guys, kindly subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to first play the beat so you guys can have a listen, so you just get an idea of what it sounds like. And if you like how it sounds and you want your beats to sound like this, I'm going to explain to you in just a minute how I attained this sound. And also the FLP is included, so you can download that. The link is in the description box below. So let's just play this and have a listen to what it sounds like. So yeah guys, I think you should have like a basic idea of what it sounds like, and if you dig in the way it sounds, definitely like the video right now. Just hit that like button. I think you guys will like the master bus. Okay, before I remove this, let me just show you isotope insight, which is just showing me the metering of the beat in regards to the LUFS. So I just use this to show me how loud I'm going, and yeah, basically. But let me just remove this. I think it's really that important for it to be there. So as you can see on the master channel, I have the Golfers EQ. That's the first thing on the channel, and I had moved this all the way up to like somewhere right here because I didn't want it to affect so much the low end that much. I like the way it was sounding, so I didn't want this to affect it that much. Then I brought the high end a bit as well, as you can see the bands over there. And then I'd set the recover to 29 and the tame to 10, right? Golfers is a really nice EQ, guys. Very nice EQ. Try it out, just throw it on. It can get a bit addictive at times, so definitely don't overuse it. And yeah, next on the channel I have the standard clip. I'm using it as it's a soft clipper. There are a lot of soft clippers out there. I usually go between this standard clip or the soft clipper for FL Studio, or there's another one, I just forgot the name, but yeah, they're all nice soft clippers. It just depends what you're trying to go for. I use this one here because it was doing what I wanted it to do. So I use 10%, but you can play around with this to see what works best for the beat, but 10% worked for this. I added some nice heaviness to the beat and I liked it. And then for the fruity love filter, the gross beat, and the deep blue tape stop, these were just automations that were going throughout the beat. As you can see over here, I'd automated some stuff in the intro and going through the beat. So you can have a look at that as well. They're just simple automations. And last on the channel is this virtual mix rack. So I had applied the virtual mix bus. I put 2 instances. The first one, I had put this Trident on, and then I dialed it back to the point where I felt like it was doing something. I'm going to go through like removing and adding the plugin so that you can hear what it sounds like, and yeah, and then you can gradually go. And for the Trident on the second one as well, at first I had put the RC tube, but I didn't like the way it was sounding, so I went with 2 Tridents. It was adding some flavor to the beat, so I really liked it. So what I'm gonna do now is let me just come to where the drums are hitting, and then we can start soloing stuff and yeah, getting more in detail. So I'll switch off the virtual mix rack and the standard clip and the cow force so you can hear what that sounds like. You can hear it's kind of all over the place. So I'll start with cow force. It just lifts up the beat, especially the high end. You can really hear the high end pop out a bit more. And then the standard clip. And then the standard clip also just makes sure that the beat is not clipping, so it just keeps it in check. And yeah, pretty much can act as a limit as well. So I like the way it was hitting. So if I can switch off the melody and just leave the drum pattern on, you can really hear what the standard clip is doing. Let me take it off. Switch it back on. Yeah, listening to this right now, well, let's try like 9. Let me see. Yeah, I think 9% sounds better as compared to the 10% I previously had it on. And then the last thing on the chain, which is the virtual mix rack. Since there are 2 instances, I'm going to switch on each instance at a time. So yeah, switch that one off. Let me switch this one off as well. Let me switch on the first one. Yeah, it really beefs it up. So you can definitely hear it adds something, you know. Let me switch this other one on as well. Yeah, I even feel like without the second one, it's quite okay. But the second one really beefs things up a lot. So that's what I was going for this. I really wanted it to like crunch in a lot. So yeah, you can try that out on your beats and just have a go at it and see what it's doing. So for the kick and the 808, as you can see, there's not really much on this drum pattern. And for this beat, I used one of my kits, the Juice WRLD drum kit. It's free. I'll leave the link as well. You can check that out. Just download it and, you know, just have a listen and play with it. And the only other thing I used is actually the kick. This one is actually from one of my other kits, a free kit as well. It's called the Come Up drum kit. You can check that one out as well. But everything else is from the Juice WRLD drum kit. And the only other thing is one of the Voxes is also from the Come Up drum kit. So for that one as well, let me just show you guys. The only thing that I put was this delay. I added the ping pong, right? I changed the delay, took this knob over here all the way from 100%, because it was like all the way this side, to like 22. And yeah, I should probably switch off the analog as well. I forgot to switch that off. So as you can hear, it like ping pongs the delay from left to right. This adds a vibe to it. So I really liked what that was doing. And for the kick and the 808, there's not much I did on the rest of the sounds. I just balanced them out, starting from this part right here. I usually start adjusting the volume knobs from here before I even go to the mixer channel. So yeah, this is where I make the final adjustments. So it's really good also to start using good sounds from the beginning, you know, as compared to starting with some bad sounds and trying to make those bad sounds sound good at the end of the day. Just gonna waste a lot of time. It's going to frustrate you. Just start with some good sounds and build off those good sounds, so that you probably don't even need to do that much. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have a really nice sounding beat. So I have a lot of kits on this channel. They all sound really nice. Even the free ones, they sound really good as well. And yeah, if you want the other ones, you know, you can support the channel, get the paid ones. They're not that much as well. I try to make them as affordable as possible. So yeah, on the only thing that I did, I wanted to EQ it, but I really feel like it didn't need that much EQ, so I just left it at that. I just added this multiband compressor by Fab Filter. And yeah, I sidechain this to the kick, so it's pretty much ducking every time. Let me switch off everything. Just leave the kick and the 808 and check out. So yeah, to me that now feels like they're working together and they're not necessarily clashing or anything. Nothing crazy is going on. It sounds good to me. So that was enough for me. I don't want to do too much. If it sounds good, it sounds good, and then I move on. The rest of the sounds to me didn't need any extra processing, so I left them as they were and just balanced them out. And then the other thing, which is pretty much the melody, okay, so I'll just mute everything for the chords, which is right here. So for that, I use Omnisphere. It's one of my the preset banks for Omnisphere. You can find it on my channel as well. It's free. You can have a look and just load it into Omnisphere. I explain in that video as well how to load it into Omnisphere. You can check it out. It's got some nice sounds. So I used one of the presets. It's called Level Up, and I feel like the melody had some lows in there, and I felt like it was clashing with my drum pattern, so I wanted to spread it out a bit, you know, just make it a bit stereo. So I used this by Nomad Factory, right, the stereo imager. So all I did was just move this knob over here to make it a bit more stereo, to a point where I felt like it was sounding good and wasn't clashing too much with any of the sounds. So I placed it in a nice spot, and then I wanted to add like some saturation to it, so I use this SSL saturator. It's a nice saturation plugin. You can check that one out. It added some nice vibe to it as well. So let me just play that with the imager and the saturator. Let me play it without, and then with it. It brings the melody to life. I really like it. Brings some sort of warmth to the melody as well. So I felt like I needed to control it a bit, so I EQ'd it. I cut out the lows, not too much, but yeah, I cut them out. to a point where I felt like it was a bit, the point where I liked it a bit more, and not cutting out too much to remove the whole vibe of the melody. See, it's nice and warm, and it's not too much. They're not too much. The lows are not too much. The saturator brought a lot of those lows, you know, with the harmonics, and I just need to control that a bit. But I wanted to make it a bit more warm, so I brought in this little radiator. Okay. So as you can see, it's like really present over there. I liked it, and all I didn't even touch this heat knob. You know, I liked the way it sounded just by throwing this thing on. It did what I wanted it to do. I turned off the noise. And I even turned down the mix knob a bit because it was like all the way 100%. So I dialed it back to a point where I felt like it was sounding good. And yeah, I left it at that. And the other melody, I didn't do anything to it. I just left it, you know. So yeah, I feel like this will help you guys. You can pick up a tip or two from this. Probably you can just get the idea of the thought process that I had when I was going through this beat. You can definitely improve your beats, even if you just pick up a tip or two to add it to your own, you know, your own thought process, whether it's just by adding the Gulfos EQ or the standard clip, you know, a soft clipper, or if it's the virtual mix rack, you know, on the master channel. Just try it on, throw it on there, and just hear what it sounds like, because at the end of the day you have to use your ears, you know. So if it sounds good, it sounds good. Don't try throwing, you know, like too much stuff just for the sake of it. Trust your ears. It's a taste thing. Listen to other tracks that sound good, that you like, and just analyze them. Analyze the low end, analyze pretty much everything about the beats, or if it's the whole song, and try recreate that sound that you like so much in regards to your taste as well. So yeah, I hope that has helped someone, you know. If it's helped you, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, you can let me know any type of video that you guys want to see on this channel, and I'll definitely help you guys out. You know, I really want everybody to grow in this field, so that, you know, it just comes to a point where it's just about the love for the music, as compared to, you know, struggling and trying to get things to the right details and everything, you know. So yeah, let's vibe. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to hit me up, you can send me a DM on Instagram, or just send me a message, whether on WhatsApp. My number is somewhere in the video. You guys can have a look at that, or you can send me an email. I try my best to get back to everybody. So yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know, and till next time.